diamonds have the power to make our imagination soar. Now, that dream is a reality, and all of Latin America can be part of it. Coming together in Panama, the Panama Diamond Exchange, the first and world's next great diamonds and jewelry hub of Latin America.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to thank the organizer and especially IBGM, Mr. Heckleton, and his very dedicated team for inviting me to this seminar. Let me explain you a little bit my background, because Panama seems at this moment, I guess, very strange to you. What does this have to do with Brazil? But I can tell you that it's going to change the way of business in Latin America, especially. When I heard the presentations this morning and this afternoon, one word struck me, and this is change. I believe we are living in, I don't believe it is like that, we're living in a constantly changing world, and this is the new normal. We cannot escape. It will not happen that everything is stable. The change is there. And whether we want it or not, we can be afraid of it. But I think this is not going to help much to organize our businesses, to be profitable. We have to embrace the change, and we have to find solutions for our businesses to be more successful, more profitable, and so on. And another important word I picked up to deal with the change is information and communication. If we take these few words into consideration, then the solutions will come automatically. Now, my background is I'm Belgian, so I lived all my life in Belgium and have been active more than 20 years in the Belgian diamond industry as a marketing director. And my job was to travel all over the world to promote the Belgian diamond sector. And I have done so. And the world is very big, but today the world is very small. So on my travels, I think I've been able to see, to experience all the differences in the world. But again, today we cannot escape. The world is one; it's one big village, and we have to, indeed, as I said, find solutions to organize our business. Now, the life or whatever opportunities brought me to Panama, and I didn't know this myself half a year ago that I would end up in Panama. Now, what is happening over there is quite a serious undertaking, and it's going to change really the way of business for Latin America, because, as you know better and experience better than me on a daily basis, Latin America is a very closed market. To everybody's frustration, I guess. If I talk to diamond manufacturers, jewelry manufacturers, and so on, everybody is frustrated that they cannot enter the market and they cannot develop business in a serious, in a normal, in a legal way. And I guess the Brazilians themselves are very frustrated also, because it limits your possibilities. And we are faced with these situations on a daily basis. And I remember that 3 years ago I participated with some Antwerp diamond companies in the Fenninger show, which was already not an easy thing to do, but thanks to the relations with IBGM we managed. But it was almost impossible to develop business in Brazil. We could not even import diamonds. I mean, today this is incredible, but still 3 years down the line, we have not reached the situation where you can import easily. And now with the ATA Carnet, as Mr. Heckleton explained, slowly this is going to change, and also Brazil cannot escape the changes in the world, and I think you better start adapting, start informing yourself, because also Brazil will have to open up, and it will be to its own benefit, I'm sure. Do I use this to change the slides? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, perfect, thank you. So Panama Diamond Exchange, if I talk about diamond exchange, you do not just have to think about diamonds, but you have to think about diamonds, gemstones, jewelry, and even watches. So the whole industry represented there. If I may just say one more thing about change, I'll give you an example. I mean, that changes are there and they will come more and more. So, and also to Brazil. Let me give you the example of De Beers. Everybody knows De Beers, I guess, the biggest mining company in the world of diamonds. Now, for a few hundreds of years, it was absolutely normal that all the diamonds from De Beers were brought from their different mines to the headquarters in London. And everybody took it for granted. Now, guess what happened? Since last year, less than 1 year ago, the headquarters of De Beers moved to Botswana, Gaborone, of all places. Thank you very much. So, do not think that changes are impossible. I mean, this was headquarters of the main diamond mining company for hundreds of years, and it changed. So don't think that Brazil will not change or cannot change. It will change due to international pressures and situations. So better adapt, I think, because this one example, it's not a small example, shows you what the world is experiencing at this moment. Okay, now back to Panama. I would have wanted this project to be developed in Brazil because it would seem to be a obvious choice. Brazil is the Latin America's leading jewelry producer. If I travel around the world and I compare the situation 20 years ago and today, IBGM made a lot of efforts to promote the Brazilian jewelry and the Brazilian jewelry sector. If you go in international trade shows, indeed, you see you're bombarded with Brazil everywhere, and your designs, your industry is strong and is promoted seriously now, so that helps. But okay, there is I guess some other internal problems. Every country has its problems, but some internal problems that you would have to solve. And I guess the taxations, certain laws are not helping the business to develop. So I guess that's why this new diamond and jewelry exchange did not happen at this moment in Brazil, but happened in Panama. Now, this is not a project that started overnight. This project started like 8 years ago, but it takes a lot of time to develop such a project. Certain laws had to be passed because this is if we talk about a diamond exchange, you talk about a global business and a very competitive environment. You have to have the right backing from the government of the country and the right tools to develop such a thing. It's not a small thing. So, but it is happening in Panama, and if you look at the market in Latin America, the jewelry market, we are talking of not a small market. We talk about a population of approximately 600 million people, a jewelry market of approximately $8 billion per year, and no less than more than 11,000 jewelry stores. This is an enormous potential that Latin America has, but the problem so far is that it had no distribution and trading center serving this huge continent, this huge market, due to all the legal and other problems that we are facing in Latin America. Now, the Panama government has issued certain laws to establish such a diamond exchange. For some of you, Panama will not be well known. Well, it was not to me well known until 6 months ago. And I knew the canal, but that was it. I mean, it just exists 100 years now. The canal is, of course, an enormous provider of business and services for the country. It linked with that, the Panama has the second biggest duty-free zone in the world at this moment already in Colón, and that has everything to do with the canal. Now, there is a few jewelry companies located over there, but they will all be moving to the Panama Diamond Exchange because the duty-free zone that they know now in Panama is not a secure, safe, and nice enough environment to house jewelry companies. So Panama has a very liberal economy and has a very good connectivity with the canal and with the airport under expansion and finalizing this year. Of companies who go there, especially because of this liberal business climate. This is the project what we are talking about. This is the Panama Diamond Gem and Jewelry Exchange. It's going to be really a one place where you find everything what has to do with diamonds, jewelry, gemstones, and watches. A real trading hub where you can find everything you need for your business. It's a project which will be executed in 2 phases, what I will explain later. And it will house every service needed, like from going from you have to be a member of the Diamond Exchange. So people who would like to come and buy or sell, they would have to fill in an application and they will be checked. And if they are a serious business, no problem, of course, but let's say if these are not serious people, then they will not even be accepted as a member and will not be able to enter the building and do trading. Lighting conditions, all the technical services are present. Arbitration system, I don't know if you are aware, but in the diamond exchanges worldwide, you have a system of arbitration when there is disputes amongst traders. Then you have a special arbitration procedure in the diamond exchanges that solves the problems so that you don't have to go to external courts, but the matters will be handled by the people of the board of directors who know the business themselves. As I explained, you have to be a member to be able to come and do business in the Panama Diamond Exchange. There's two kinds of members. You have the affiliates and you have the full members. The affiliates are those people like designers, jewelers, who are only interested in buying goods in the exchange from the present companies who are manufacturing diamonds or jewelry, international suppliers. So they can come and buy. It's very easy, very simple. They apply. Once they are accepted, they have full access to the trading floor. There's a trading floor. There is offices, so they have full access. And they only pay a entrance fee, an annual fee of $240. Now, with the agreement that we arranged with IBGM, who will be part of this project, we agreed that we will offer all the Brazilian companies a 50% discount the first year. And IBGM will also open up a representative office which can help all the Brazilian companies in developing business over there and getting in contact with international companies and trade. The full members are those companies who would not just be able to buy, but also to sell their goods. And they have, of course, full access to all the services in the Diamond Exchange. They can even vote for the board of directors and become part of the board of directors. And they are the first that will be able to either lease or buy an office space in the center. The members, just for your information, members, they pay an annual fee of $1,200, for Brazilians again, half the first year, a one-time application of $1,800, and then when companies are interested in selling their goods, they would then have to open up a Panamanian company in order to have the duty-free aspect, enjoy the duty-free aspect. And opening up a company, we have made arrangements with a few top law firms to help these companies in the process for a very low price of approximately $3,000 approximately, and then you're all set. Then you have a company and you can start developing your business. This is the location of the project. For those of you who know Panama, you have Tocumen International Airport, and 10 minutes by highway. You are in a new business and residential district in Panama called Santa Maria Business District, where there is a golf course, residences under construction, and a few businesses also. So after 10 minutes from the airport, you reach the new building of the Panama Diamond Exchange. It's very convenient. If you compare to Sao Paulo, I think it's piece of cake. And then another 15 minutes longer, you are in Panama City itself. This is the development. It's the developers are the two strongest and most well-known developers in the country, the Grupo Verde Azul and Grupo Los Pueblos. They have they are even operating hotels, building hotels and so on, so they have a lot of experience with development projects. Phase 1 will open this year in November, so in a few months from now. And this building consists of 2 floors. The lower floor will house the trading floor, the vaults, customs, all the services, offices that you could rent even, and then you have jewelry companies with display windows, and upstairs you will find mostly diamond companies with closed offices. There's office space for 59 to be precise in this first phase, and at this moment approximately 50 offices have already been leased, mainly to international manufacturers from India, from Israel, from Belgium, from New York, and even a few Latin American companies. Only lease is possible in this phase. In 2015, phase 2 will start construction, and then you will have 2 years later, in 2017, an iconic building of approximately 50 floors high, with all the same services, but much, much bigger, of course, room for a few hundred companies, with a huge shopping mall, and so on and so on, and with all the specialized services that are needed to operate the exchange. All these services will, of course, also be available already in phase 1. The time frame I just explained. These are some images of the building, very high finishing and very nice designs. And then these are a few images of the opening, the official opening in March in Panama. This was kind of a press opening and government related opening where the industry leaders came together. From my side, I arranged a delegation of 20 diamond companies to come also to witness the opening and to experience the trading activity for the future based in Panama. So you have some industry leaders on the picture, and on the left you see amongst other people Mr. Cavalieri from CIBJO, the Jewelry Federation, Mr. Paz from the Israel Diamond Exchange, Mr. Blom from the President of the World Federation of Diamond Bourses, the President of Panama, and so on and so on. So it was quite an important event. And then at the bottom you see a few pictures of the construction underway, but as we speak these are of course already outdated. And to conclude, voilà, this is the website of the Panama Diamond Exchange. There is full information available. The website is also in Portuguese and in Spanish. So all of you who are interested one day in either buying or selling or trading, and so that this can facilitate your business in the future, please, you can contact me or you can contact IBGM, who is a partner in this project, for which I thank them for their vision, of course. Thank you very much.
Na verdade, não tem uma pergunta, eu gostaria só de reiterar que o IBGM, no âmbito do projeto que ele tem com a Apex Brasil, que é a agência de promoção de exportações do governo federal, a gente já tem um espaço reservado nesse empreendimento, em que a gente pensa realmente em utilizá-lo como um hub para as empresas brasileiras que queiram usufruir desse espaço. Então, em breve, a gente vai ter um escritório do IBGM no Panamá Diamond Exchange. E, se quiserem saber mais informações ou tiverem interesse em usufruir desse espaço, entre em contato com o IBGM.
Mais alguém? Não? Senhor Dirk, então, muito obrigada pela sua presença e parabéns pela sua apresentação. Thank you.
So that means everything was very clear. Thank you.